Hi guys, in today's Java assignment, we'll try to cover the concept of inheritance between classes, implement the override and overload methods concept, and try to include the keyword super and explain its use. I have created two classes here, inherit and inherit01. When we say class inherit extends inherit01, we are basically using the concept of inheritance. Here class inherit is the child class and class inherit01 is the parent class, or the other way to say it is class inherit is the subclass which is extending to the superclass inherit01. In my subclass inherit, I have the main method. Other than that, I have three static methods. Static method sum taking one input parameter, static method sum taking two input parameters, and static method sum taking three input parameters. This concept here is the method overload concept, wherein multiple methods can have the same method name, and the way we differentiate them is by the number of arguments they take. Lastly, in this class, I have a non-static method word. In the parent superclass inherit01, I also have a static sum method, which is the one input parameter. I have a static one word one method, which asks the user for a string, which is stored in variable w, and finally printing the word to uppercase. There are two non-static methods, word2 which simply prints welcome, and word3 which converts this string to a char array, and finally printing the character at index 0. Going back to the subclass inherit, I'm going to run the program so we can explain what is happening in the console. Here in the main method, when we are calling the sum method, it is actually going to look at the sum method in the subclass. If we notice, there is also another static sum method with one input parameter from in the parent class, and there is a same sum method with one input parameter in the subclass. When we do this, it's actually overriding the sum method we have inherited from the parent class. Hence, this line here, the sum is 4, is coming from the sum method from the subclass. The next two sum methods are also from the subclass with the 2 and the 3 input parameters, which explains these two lines here. When we are calling the static method word1 from the parent class, we are simply able to do this by putting the name of the subclass in front. This is only possible due to the concept of inheritance. Word1 in this method is asking us to give a string in the console. I'm going to say hello, and it's converting that to uppercase. Next, I have created an object to call the non-static method word from the subclass, which is here. We notice here in this method I have been able to call the non-static method word3 and the static method sum from the parent class by simply using the keyword super. So super keyword is essentially like a parent class, and we have been able to use this only because of the concept of inheritance. So the word3 is basically printing the character at index 0, hence it's printing L. And the sum, it's taking the input parameter 14, and it's printing the sum method from parent class. In this case, the answer is 28. Lastly, in this non-static method, it's printing the global non-static variable a, which is saying working within inheritance, and that's that line in the console. Here, when we are looking at calling this method word2, we are able to do by using the same object from the subclass. This was only possible because of the concept of inheritance, and the word2 in the parent class simply wants us to print the word welcome, which is the last item in the console. Thank you.